Hello, folks, and welcome to the Attack Torb Tournament Series Summer Camp Slam. I'll be your play-by-play caster, Steve, and I'm joined here by...
My cool pup on color commentary.
Ooh, and how colorful it will be. And excited to start out.
I only color commentary in black and white, just as a heads up.
Word. It'll be very linear, and I already started off by screwing up because I hadn't started it over to the scene that actually has Overwatch in it. So we started it the wrong way anyway.
So let's talk a little bit. We have NFG Chaos taking on Attack Torb Blue. You got any players to watch, Steve? I got my picks.
I'm definitely going to be keeping an eye on Carpe because as a hardcore Philly fan, I'm expecting him to pop the heck off. Although he's on ball, so it's not really the Carpe I know and love, but I'll take this bizarro alternate world Carpe.
You know what? I'm also looking at a ball player, but on the other side, I'm looking at Miller forever. There's a lot of ball play this season, heading up to high plat, so very much looking forward to what we get out of them.
Can't wait to watch two teams play with their balls. And as we start off here with Attack Torb Blue up on high ground, point here on the Bonnie. Point super defender favored. As the two balls are going out on point, Carpe is already dropping Miller forever low. However, he is getting some healing, but the hack just really isn't going to help Miller out too much. Laggy is keeping him up for the moment. However, Link is now jumping in on Miller. He's super low, quarter health left to go, as Shawnee's gonna die though on the side of the Ana. Miller is actually gonna come back and drop Carpe as Evil drops Waka on the side of NFG Chaos. And it looks like NFG is taking control of the point here, and they very well may win this fight. As we see Coltrane contesting at the last second, just getting a few more seconds off the clock, but we got point to NFG.
It's a very interesting, very scattered fight. Both these teams running out in the triple DPS ball compositions. Basically, it's just kind of a slugfest at that point. Who's going to be a little bit mechanically better? The only thing separating the two is, well, now after a switch over to the Widow for the side of Attack Torb Blue, now it's basically Widow against Pharah, but we saw the Genji against the Tracer for the initial push. And Carpe already coming in here. It's like, no, we're gonna take this fight early.
Might I note that the Widow is currently rocking the typic Mayhem Widow skin.
Very important.
As he's working on getting some shots off here now on Miller, who's switched over to Reinhardt. However, Evil is quite split from his team. He's gonna have to hook out of there to get out alive. And I'll start actually watching NFG on point as they do get a few kills and the cart moves on.
Evil, ooh, that's a great shot there by Evil, but Evil and Shawnee were sitting there in the back, had a pretty interesting spot. It's just the switch over to the Goats composition didn't exactly
oh, that sleep
let them
was
get
huge onto Coltrane.
Very good sleep. Yeah, the switch to Goats is actually really good into at least the Widow play. The Widow's not going to be as effective, even when having really good angles like Evil had earlier. Oh, here goes the Nano Blade.
As Miller is hacked, Link comes in with the Nano Blade, and Miller is super low, is going to drop to Coltrane. And it looks like Attack Torb Blue cleaning up on point. Got one last stagger to make. Warrior will not get out, and that will be fight to Attack Torb Blue, stopping the cart just before point B.
Some older school Overwatch there, just, you know, pocket the blade.
Can't go wrong.
Cannot go wrong at all. If you're catching like the bubbles off of cooldowns, especially if you're catching like Brig stun at a cooldown, you know, Nano Blade can still do its thing.
And definitely getting the hack off on the Miller is going to help NXT dash around and use chaos. He's not going to be able to fire straight at him.
Yeah. Now that they're in these longer sightlines though, Eviler has a bit more space to do some work as the EMP comes in now for Attack Torb Blue. Gonna have to do a much better job on the side of NFG Chaos to stay a little bit more grouped together and try to nullify the Widow as much as possible.
Shadow Kitten does get off Rally, and that does seem to keep NFG alive for the time being. Really solid ult to drop off right before EMP goes off. Unfortunately, Sombra's really loud as she starts that ult. You get enough time to press Q if you're listening.
Carpe, and another blade comes
again.
in.
He's gonna get hacked, but it doesn't matter. Hack won't stop the blade.
But it will stop the dash and any sort of actual effectiveness from the blade. Here comes the Nano Reinhardt to create some space.
As Link is stuck behind enemy lines and is certainly not coming out alive. No happy-go-lucky Saving Private Ryan story for this team fight. As NFG captures point B.
Got a lot of ult zone in there. We saw the blade come out again, the EMP from NFG Chaos come out immediately afterward. It didn't really stop much of the damage, but it did stop the dash and left the Genji in a very awkward position as to where to go after blade wore off.
Boy's gonna get anti and slowly back off. Waka goes for a sleep. Doesn't seem to get anyone, but it was aimed at one point. I like it. I love a nice aggressive sleep from Ana as Miller is low. He's gonna get dropped by Carpe's Fire Strike. However, they do get dropped into a grab, although there's nothing quite to follow up. As their Reinhardt is dead, you actually want him swinging in there like he's playing a bit of dizzy bag.
Nano was an interesting Nano, but let's be real, when's the last time you heard the phrase Carpe Fire Strike?
I think that might be the first time it's ever been uttered in the history of Overwatch. Correct me if I'm wrong. Chat.
Chat,
And,
help.
right now,
Coltrane
chat,
here on the spy check. They are coming up on EMP, NFG Chaos. Actually, decent amount of ultimates, and really we're going to be relying really hard on this Link Barrage to get us out of this fight and get us back into the ult economy.
And Warrior does have EMP getting into enemy lines. He's detected all. I think we're going to get... Oh, as Link ults. Drops 2. I'm still following Warrior because I feel like we're going to get a solid EMP here. Perhaps for the next team fight, so I'm going to...
I think the 2K from Link was perfectly what they needed there to pull themselves back into the ult economy. Unfortunately, they don't have anything in terms of like hard support ultimates. They just have, you know, Valkyrie and halfway to Nano, but there's nothing that's going to really help them from the potential grab that's come later. They have nothing for this EMP besides hopefully kill everything.
Detects Warrior. I'm sure Warrior's heart leapt up through his throat there for a second. Does get off a big EMP, followed up by a Shatter, as they're going to get the kill off on Nishani, and they continue to move forward, clean up what's left of Attack Torb Blue. And looks like they're going to be able to cap point C here, as Eagle goes to contest, but he's just going to get booped away and murdered by Waka. And that'll be round 1.
And that's what happens when you don't have a hard support ult for any of those game-ending ultimates, such as EMP, such as Grab. You just have to rely on, you know, your raw damage output. And if you're basically your carry DPS, like I guess in that case would be Link on the Pharah, if they get hit or if they're just slightly out of the fight, they're not going to have any sort of damage to really prevent what's going to happen next. And great job by Attack Torb Blue to not only have the EMP, but then immediately have, or sorry, not Attack Torb Blue, for Energy Chaos too. Have the EMP and then immediately have the Shatter follow up.
Yeah, solid ult combo there. Definitely can't go wrong.
I wonder if we'll see more of the triple DPS on the here on A. I'd kind of like to see a bit more like standard dive if you're suspecting
this is
the triple DPS.
Dive point.
This is a solid dive point, but we could also just see goats.
Yeah, if it ain't broke.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Winston Goats is
and it looks like
kind of been a solid contender for point A at times. And you know, in the contenders level, they'll just play Goats everywhere.
Looks like we may be getting Mercy floats with Ana on the side of NFG. I feel like this should have a different name than Goats, but it is 3 tank, 3 support technically.
I guess this is 3-3 in the strictest of sense.
Hey,
I wouldn't consider this Goats, but
I get it.
Yeah.
And then,
that's the cheat. We call it 3-3.
nice. And then, correct me if I'm wrong, but Attack Torb Blue's going with the Element Mystic.
Not entirely. There should be a Doomfist in that composition, I believe, if you want it to be the Element Mystic comp. But again, triple DPS with the Pharah, which I think is a fantastic choice into this.
I mean, they can just abuse the heck out of everyone, regardless of if they're on the high or low ground.
This is a great job by Attack Torb Blue. Pressure the point, force cooldowns out.
Slowly roll away until they can all kind of come together at this point. And Attack Torb Blue already getting dividends out of it as Waka is dropped, Warriors defected and killed by Broga, who is popping off on Ana. As Evil, however, is going to get dropped by Miller, and it actually looks like NFG is going to be able to stabilize on point here a little bit, as with the 3-3 comp, they're going to have a bit more sustained than a triple DPS. As Carpe, however, is going to go on Loggy Bear, and die to Shadow Kid. Link is going to ult, drop Seiko Gamer, but Warrior is going to then come right back and drop Link again. Almost feel like you should have held onto that ult for a little bit longer.
And then you see the power of the 3-3 with its massive amount of sustain. Even with getting picks, the rest of the team was able to just rally together, get as much healing as they possibly could. And honestly, even with triple DPS, I think Attack Torb Blue just spent too much time actually contesting point.
Oh, was that a fat finger
Oh.
on the side of Miller? It had to have been.
That might have
the
been
world's most aggressive spy check in the world.
This is the angriest spy check I've ever seen.
Elda, if you'd like to shoutcast this, pop on into the Discord. Maybe we can get you signed up for one of the upcoming matches in this series. For it is going on for about a month. Carpe is going to get antied,
It's a
hacked,
big EMP.
and then pushed off a point. Huge EMP, but quite literally nothing. Well, I'd say nothing to follow up, but Evil's up there popping off with the Widow as they're slowly getting kills onto everything in the free comp. All that's left is Miller and Warrior on point.
This is a much better job of attacking this point from Attack Torb Blue. Is pretty much only Carpe should be the one pressuring the point to get cooldowns out, and then everyone else can just pick off people as they please. Especially after the big EMP to kind of scatter the rest of NFG chaos, or at least leave them a bit more helpless.
As they come back to try and contest point as much as they can. However, Link and Evil are just carrying hard. Well, they're supporting, but you know what I mean, as they're getting all the kills for everyone left on point. As Carpe says, no, wait, I'm gonna get one last one to make you look bad, Steve.
I'll be honest, you can't be a carry DPS if you're not getting the pocket, right?
Unless you're actual Carpe. It's winnable, just depending on how much you can pop off. As
And
Carpe
do you
is
see?
a little bit
Do you see the clip of him surviving his assassination attempt the other day?
Oh my god, yes. He gets away with shit that just shouldn't happen, and you just sit back and like just kind of sigh, wishing you could pull something off like that.
Yep. Oh, we saw the nano. Get ready for the barrage.
Oh.
But the EMP comes out and sends Link straight to the ground.
However, they just kind of fall a little bit back to point as Link is going to ult anyway. Drop Shadow Kit. Loki Bear was going to force him down. Well-placed sound. What the hell are the shots that come out of Lucio's gun called?
There's sound waves, I believe.
Sound waves? Isn't sound wave his ult then?
Well, someone out there will figure us out the logistics of the Lucio gun. It's a big anti-nade, but I don't think the follow-up is going to be there outside of Link. It's just Link as everyone else gets pushed back. But not by Miller, by Sicko Gamer.
As they're going to slowly fall back to point, will they continue the triple DPS comp? Will they move into a 3 of their own? As Carpe goes to contest point, I'd fall back, friend. Not much to contest right now, you're the attacking team.
I think it was fine because Carpe didn't like super hard commit, and it just barely enough to put pressure and buy some space while the rest of the team got together and regrouped. As now they're gonna
get hacked one, and Link is gonna drop them. That was a team effort, however. I need to see a few more people in that kill feed because I know they touched Warrior. Huge EMP, however, out on the side of Coltrane. Carpe is gonna get a mind kill. Brug is gonna drop Miller, and we're gonna slowly roll forward as Link drops another support. Shadow Kitten's left alive, however, hacked. Link gets another kill, and that will secure point B for Attack Torb Blue.
Very good EMP. You saw Carpe go in, just throw down the bombs in the behind, prevent anyone from actually going back and retreating from the EMP. It's at that point you just gotta sit there and you gotta fight, or you're just gonna die. Pretty good ult combination, maybe not on purpose, but you know, we'll take those.
And I'm following around Carpe right now. Honestly, the pressure he's able to put on with Wrecking Ball is nothing short of impressive. It's really enabling a lot of space for his team to really pop off with the DPS comp.
And it's great because Link has essentially just been free at this point. NFG Chaos's reliance on the Goat's composition and Sombra have just not let them have the ability to really contest Link. Like, Psycho Gamer can only do so much. That beam only goes so far.
And really, their attack toward blue is forcing them into a position where they pay attention to Pharah, get ran over by the Wrecking Ball, or they try and keep Wrecking Ball from knocking their supports all over the place, and then they just take rocket fire from the sky on the side of Link. It's working quite well for them.
It's very hard here on point C, but honestly at this point I would like to see some Winston play out of NFG Chaos, or maybe even mirror and play ball.
At least
solo grab from Psycho Gamer comes out, but Link has already killed 3. 4! Ain't that 4? Maybe the 5th. There's the 5th for Link, and he gets 6.
As we see the defender spawn advantage coming out, although Link doesn't care about any spawn advantage. That's just extra things for him to blow up with his rockets. More ult charge, am I right, Link? Already back up to 65%. Huge EMP out for Coltrane to get the hack off on the Shadow Kitten, and that'll be point C for Attack Toward Blue as we move into extra rounds.
That's what happens. Link is just so free up in the sky. No one can really touch him. Was that 7 or 8 kills there at the end, just staggering them out of point.
I really should set up a camera on point, but I am a scuffed camera, so you guys will have to deal with this. Nice little tour through Numbani. Check out the statue here. Quite impressive gold work. Will this dude ever be a hero? I don't know. He looks cool enough to be. He's got this big horn thing. But anyway, back to point.
Pretty nifty potential lore there. Alright.
Who knows?
Looks like NFG Chaos walking back out again on Goats. The Moira's a little bit better if you're going to deal with multiple DPS compositions. Doesn't get killed as easily. It still provides some healing, although in a very maybe not super efficient way if you're playing Winston.
Yeah, you
but
can't really get heals up onto the high ground.
unless you're throwing orbs up there, and hopefully they're bouncing off the right things.
Yeah, you gotta really break out that high school geometry to make sure your orbs are going in the correct direction. As we see the DPS comp coming back out for Attack Toward Blue, and Carpe is just gonna roll all the way around the back here, and we're gonna follow along on his journey to Hamster Ball success as he puts a little bit of pressure onto the Shadow Kid. Rolls on
The interesting thing about Carpe's ball gameplay is he's also just very content just sitting there and just shooting his guns. It's not the most... Breaking ball guns aren't the most efficient things in the world, but he will annoy you as best as he can. He doesn't have to run into you, he'll just shoot you.
All he wanted to accomplish there was to get NFG off of their high ground, which he succeeds at, and honestly, with their composition, that's all the advantage they have. As Shadow Kid looking to work out Carpe a little bit, backs off, but Link's already gotten a pick off on the Miller. However, it looks like NFG will prove me wrong, and be able to push attack back a little bit as Link goes for an ult. Does get 2. Evil is going to pick off a kill as well. Go to contest point. The antithesis of a Widow player. Good for you, Evil. However, that looks as far as Attack Toward Blue to be able to get progress on this point. And correct me if I'm wrong, but at this point, the best they can hope for is a tie?
I believe so. They did not get a tick. They only have to defend for a minute and a half. Honestly, great job there from NFG Chaos, staying a little bit together. Miller attempting to dive in a little bit on their own and apply pressure to the backline. He ended up getting hacked and taken out, but I think with the rest of NFG Chaos sticking together, they weren't getting burst down like they were earlier in the match. Let them just use their superior muscle on the point when it got to the point where Attack Toward Blue had to contest point and they had to stay there.
And looking at NFG's comp, it looks like they're going to go for some DPS picks themselves if they come out of spawn with what they have selected now.
We saw a bit of the Sicko Gamer Genji. It was pretty impressive as quickly it took point A on the attack. The rest of this lineup looking pretty good. I do like Lucio Mercy a lot in these triple DPS compositions. I think Lucio does a great job of being a little bit more self-sufficient and does a good peel job, even though for the most part, I don't think anyone on this team really needs direct peeling.
No, most of them can definitely take care of themselves. Either getting to a health pack quickly or having a bit of sustain on their own. Cold Rain goes to hack a health pack all the way around back. I'm going to stop following because that's not interesting. And move back to point as Warrior comes in on Sakura themselves to scoot around back. Perhaps even that health pack attack, I would have been telling. As Carpe drops straight on the point, Miller is going to be hacked. He's going to be anti-mated, and that'll be the end of it. Shadowkit is going to get a pick off on the Carpe, however, Eagle will respond with a double kill on the Tracer. Psycho Gamer is going to drop Brugga, however, keeping things even. Although,
I think this
NFG
should be the retreat, though.
Yeah.
If you're NFG Chaos. Man, Miller just got mated, hacked, slept, destroyed.
Rest in peace.
Repeat. They did a great job of taking care of ball very early, very quickly.
With Logi Bear to contest, all of NFG moves on. Big anti-nade on the side of Brugga to secure a few kills. Link is going to drop Warrior. Carpe is going to move in on his Miller, put a little pressure on Miller. However, Carpe is going to be dropped by Shadowkit. Link will drop Psycho Gamer. Psycho is going to get rezzed, and right now it's looking advantage on the side of NFG. I say that until Link drops Shadowkit and ults themselves. He's going to drop there. Psycho is going to get a solid kill or die to Evil. Drop Warrior. Mines are going to be out. At this point, it's desperation on the side of NFG. Miller is going to be dropped by Evil as well. All that's left is the Mercy Falcing, and Cold says no.
Shadowkit and Logic Bear with the last second attempts at the point, but I think this one might just end in a draw. Quite an even matchup and a very interesting triple DPS matchup to start off the day. These fights are going to be all over the place.
Yeah, I'm excited. It's not going to be a goats v goats match as we see play to the game on the side of Link. And honestly, I gotta say, Link deserves it. Absolute clutch Pharah play. Knowing when to use the ult, when to just put pressure, and honestly, you don't even need to worry about the kills sometimes. Just the idea of a Pharah up there in the sky raining hell down upon everyone is enough to distract them enough for the rest of your team to secure the kills for you.
Yep. Link is so far looking like the D-Ding player of the match. Just free Pharah up in the sky.
And a heads
Hopefully
up,
we'll
folks,
see.
We will be giving away the golden hammer of the match, as you see up top here. Will it be going to Link? Who knows? We have a few more maps to see, so...
Well, that's our early pick so far for the Torb Golden Hammer of the match.
For sure, for sure. Carpe is definitely up there with the ball pressure, but we will see. And I will move us into our AFK screen, and we'll be back for the start of the next match. Hey folks, and welcome back. You join us here on the moon, as I will go outside to give us a good look of it, Steeing Cool Pup again, as we go to map 2 between Attack Torb Blue and NFG Chaos. And thankfully, sides weren't changed, so I don't need to change the order of the names.
Back at it again, on the moon. Unpopular opinion, I actually kind of liked this map before they changed it.
Oh, that is
Mostly because
a big opinion. Oh.
That is a big opinion. Mostly because I had a way of attacking it. Now, I don't like attacking into it at all.
Ready for battle.
As we may be seeing a Bastion here on the side of NFG Chaos.
Is this the attack Bastion?
Ooh.
Ooh.
Bold it would be.
Ooh. Oh, is this the double turret teleporter comp?
Oh, that would be
things
so
are switching around.
spicy. Oh, folks at home, we may be in for a treat if this works.
No, we're losing it. On the side of Attack Torb Blue, though, we're back to our bread and butter from them, which is the triple DPS. We do have Hanzo, however,
And Ash.
and Ash.
Apparently they can't hear one of us.
It's fine. Here comes the goats attack, the standard goats with a diva rather than the sombra we have been seeing warrior play.
And as we watch Carpe just sit here on the high ground waiting for going around, big dynamite off on the side of Evil, getting the Reinhardt, although they seem to ignore the pressure on it, heal through it, as Coltrane and Carpe are going to come up around the back staircase to put a little pressure on the team. Miller's going to take a sleep, immediately get woken up as Psycho Gamer just shrugs off the hack, and NFG moves on to point. Shadow Kitten says no thank you to Carpe, however a big anti-nade out of Brugga may be what helps stabilize this fight for Attack Torb Blue, but only time will tell. As Evil comes in to do a little more damage, they don't want to allow too much more progress. Although Evil's going to drop a Link's Dragon Strike is going to come in, drop Shadow Kit. However, Loggy Bear is going to drop Mercy on the side of Shawnee. Link will drop Warrior. I'm super quiet. Alright, I'll work on that. Thanks, Ross. As NFG Chaos is going to stabilize here on point and cap point A on Horizon.
Pretty standard goats fare. There's a lot of trading back and forth between both teams. However, mostly superior positioning and, of course, the massive amount of tanks let NFG Chaos just kind of sit there and hold point. Can't really go on to point if you're attack Torb Blue. Playing all these squishy DPS, you kind of rely heavily on the ball to contest point.
As Link switches from Hanzo over to Pharah, which I think is going to do him a world of favor against Goats, as Goats basically hard counters any sniper. And Carpe is going to drop mines on the point, drops a Miller. Psycho is going to get rid of Bob a little bit. Carpe will demech Warrior, but NFG will still be backing up to regroup and recontest the point.
The triple DPS comp throwing out Bob, throwing out mines. I saw the Valkyrie going off there. Attack Torb Blue definitely not shy in investing anything to win that fight. However, NFG Chaos coming up on the Goats ult cycle here in a second. Although they are going to get rid of half of their trance basically to swap over to the Moira.
As I look in our nice staff chat for Attack Torb tournament, they said about half an hour ago what chat just told me. Sorry about that, folks. I will fix it when we get a chance. I, however, am also unfortunately controlling the camera, so I think I'd rather just leave this site instead of listening to me talk. As Coaching gets off a big EMP, Link gets off a triple kill from the EMP barrage, and that's going to halt NFG's push on the Booty of Nobani. And for the time being, I will push play-by-play over to Cool Pop so you guys can actually hear a bit, if you don't mind.
It's a very good job there by Attack Torb Blue to just EMP early, EMP barrage. They do invest ultimates, but it allows some of their other ultimates to kind of catch up. Now they just need something to withstand this grab, and honestly, there's not much. They're probably going to have to rely on nanoing whoever's the victim to keep them alive, as NFG Chaos will push left. Carpe will drop in with the mines. We see the rally come out for NFG Chaos, shattering on Carpe. Carpe's taken down. The point will now be pushed by NFG Chaos. It's Miller Forever on fire, hammers out. Great stun onto the Bob there by Shadow Kitten. The Link is there to clean up with a double kill on Barrage before killing themselves off of the Warrior's mech. Diva Bomb hopefully to buy some space, buy some time. Carpe and Shawnee doing their best to contest. The res onto Link. Shawnee will get it taken down immediately afterward. Eviler and Link will follow behind, but Link will not go down without taking out Loggy Bear. Carpe with 2 onto the Moira and the Zarya. For Warrior will answer back before getting demeched. Maybe taken out by Carpe Evilzer. There we are. The point will be successfully defended again, with no ticks given, especially. Very interesting considering how much point control NFG Chaos and the Goats comp had in the beginning of that fight.
And I have since halved Cool Pup's volume and doubled mine. How is that? Question mark?
I think they were saying something about game volume too. Being too loud.
Better. Alright, good to hear. Thanks, Ross. And speak Saris as well.
Pushing
And,
up top right this time
will
is
we see an
NFG
EMP
Chaos
ball?
wrapping around the backside. Waka Ranai will take a little bit of a nap on the Moira. But that's not going to deter NFG Chaos from pushing in. Warrior will get demeched, but Shadow Kitten will take the life of the Sombra that did the demecking. Link with a pretty far away barrage, but it will get Shadow Kitten. And I don't think there was much of a follow-up on that grab besides getting rid of the Ana.
So far things do look to be a bit even here, which is of course advantage for NFG Chaos defending.
Attack Torb Blue on the defense.
Yeah, thank you, sorry.
Yep, they will
You know
successfully defend yet again with no ticks given.
Spam this orb to help attack Torb. I like it. Is that like a purple 1-star Dragon Ball, perhaps? I'm not sure what Twitch is going for there.
60 seconds.
The triple DPS comp has done a really good job, even when NFG Chaos has gotten to the point and tried to establish dominance. The Tactor Blue has been able to play the space around and just poke in, and they've been getting picks. That's been the really important part.
As I zoom in on a great spray that Link dropped for us, I agree with the aerial superiority.
DPS now coming out for NFG Chaos. They've had enough of the goats. They've had enough. They're just like, alright, we're going to fight fire with fire. It's like Wagyu Bear will get hacked pretty early and pressured by both Carpe and Coltrane. The early bomb bought space but didn't really buy much anything else. Warrior will also get demeched again, taking out Bruga. And this time, however, it seems as if the DPS was the right call. NFG Chaos being able to trade a bit more effectively, but will they be able to pressure Link? Link has been free both the last map and this map so far. Nano
Link is going to get a
out,
huge Nano Barrage
DMAC.
off, triple kill, well, 2 kill and a DMAC.
Oh, the Sicko Gamer answering back with 3 great shots from the top corner. But now pressuring point on the Widow. Carpe slams the middle, throws down the bombs, gets Sicko Gamer pressuring out the Lucio of Wagyu Bear. Both supports trying their best to keep time going, but I think that might be it here. A couple bombs and a punch will send Miller back to spawn. Link with the 2K on the Doomfist. That'll be the round.
And solid comeback with the Doomfist for Link. Uses his barrage and says, I'm going to come back and punch things. And turns out to work pretty well for the side of Tactor Blue, as they are, I believe, NFG didn't get a single tick on that attack.
Not a single tick. Link showing not only do they have the Pharah, there's a little bit of a Doomfist in there, a bit of extra spice to Link's hero pool. There's a bit more success, or at least the fights were a little bit more, I guess, even when NFG Chaos decided to get off the GOATS comp and also decided to play DPS. Makes their trades a little bit more effective in the face of the defender spawn advantage of B. Will they continue that? Will they go with GOATS on this defense? I think our answer is we're going to be playing some DPS.
And solid point for DPS on either side. There's a lot of high ground, a lot of cover for people to hide behind. You don't really need full tank coverage. I was hoping to see a little more One Punch Man on the side of Link, but we'll take Cyborg Ninja instead.
Link's kind of showing the variety in their DPS pool, at least on the projectile side of things. Getting back to the triple DPS ball for Tactor Blue. Looks like they're just going to run that everywhere they can.
If it ain't broke. As Tactor Blue rolls out with Carpe ever in the lead on Hammond. Going around the side here to try and, I believe, force NFG Chaos off of the high ground. We've seen him use Hammond's grappling hook before to accomplish that. However, the hook misses his route up on the high ground. As Warrior drops his Diva onto the point to contest, Carpe is going to swing in Slam. Not too much disruption. However, Link is able to get a kill off on the Psycho Gamer, and Evil wins the Widow duel against Shadowkitten. Psycho will be getting rezzed as we trade kills back and forth on point. Although, however, it seems to be only Carpe left. Link spamming in some Shuriken to build up ult charge. He's going to get a huge kill off onto Wagyu Bear. As Warrior's coming onto point, unfortunately unable to be healed and gets demacked. Link is going to kill Psycho Gamer, and it looks like Tactor Blue is going to be able to capture point A here.
We'll see. Right now it's just the supports against the Winston, but the rest of the team comes back and peels. Again, just bit more trading back and forth. Shadowkitten got the first pick off there on the beginning of the fight, but then was immediately answered back by Evilzer. It's kind of a bit of a sloppy fight, but in the end, again, trading on A usually favors the attackers in terms of spawn advantage.
However, Psycho will be dropping Shani with a Well placed Sonic Arrow. It just means a bit of a slower attack here for Attack Torb Blue. You can't really snowball anymore with that change to how you spawn from point A to point B on assault points. However, Evil will drop Shadow Kitten. Psycho, unhappy with that, returns the favor, and Laji Bear is going to res Shadow Kitten. Evil gets res, and we're right back to where we were, and I wasted all that breath. Evil will then drop Psycho.
Link comes out as well.
As here comes a blade out of Link. However, Warrior is going to counter Nano Blade, or regular Blade with self-destruct. And we're back to some scrappy back and forth fighting over here in the corner of point.
The space buying ultimate of the Diva Bomb. Not only that, but a regular old 2K on top of it. Warrior kind of helping clean up. There's a very I'll say aggressive engage by Link and Shawnee. They did have Blade. The Valk Blade for the pocket was a great idea. I think after the trading of reses and the back and forth of kind of picking up, I think Attack Torb Blue could have waited just a little bit longer to get all their cooldowns and the ducks in a row before going for that. But maybe they saw something that necessitated the aggressiveness.
As we see Psycho all the way on the backside of high ground of point, sitting on Dragon Strike. We'll see how he chooses to utilize this ult. Will they try and combo with anything? Not that they have anything to combo with.
And NFG Chaos on the other side doing a really great job of just buying time with these really early picks before Attack for Blue or even entering the room. Psycho Gamer and sorry, not Psycho Gamer. Yeah, Psycho Gamer and Wakaranai getting early pickoffs just to buy so much time.
As Psycho is putting a bit of pressure onto Link, he's going to have to bail out as he's dropped to half health. However, that does enable Carpe to roll back down to the low ground he was covering. D-Mech and kill Warrior outside.
Warrior got a little bit too aggressive there. Kind of call that one a feed.
Here comes the Dragon Strike.
I think Carpe's going to go and just straight up feed back.
As Psycho is going to get hacked. Pushed up back into the back of staircase as he waits for the hack to roll out, but Link's gonna dash in, kill him right away. Warrior will use Diva's rocket boosters to push away Carpe. Currently being supported by Shani. And a bit of a stabilize here for NFG.
We got another stabilized Warrior playing kinda high up there. They did get caught out, saw something that they really wanted, but didn't realize they were flying into 4 people. And again, we're just back at the point where we're poking and prodding from the outside, but Evils are with the 2K. Now is the time to push in for Attack Torb Blue.
As
Blade out from
Waka
Link.
with a well-timed trans to counter the blade on the side of Link. And a big EMP out. Warrior, however, will be killed. Ultra self-destruct. Miller is super low on point, gets slept. Carpe is going to put Miller into the ground. Logi will be going for a res, is brought low by Link. Will Link be able to confirm the kill on the Mercy? It'll be huge for their attack here. Evil does finish the job for him. As Miller and Warrior hang out inside of his bubble. Here comes another blade out for Link. Going to drop the Moira. Moves over to Shadow Kitten. Slashing away. Gets a double kill with him as well. Dashes back in and beats Miller down with the Fist of Justice. Gets a kill onto Psycho. Not before Psycho is able to launch out Dragon Strike. But it's not going to be enough. Link is just going to keep going hard onto Genji, stopping them from getting on point, and Attack Torb Blue will take them out.
Again, been a case of the Link show. Link has done a great job. He basically just lived in the background that entire time. Even when the team wasn't directly pushed in, he was displaying this combination of aggressiveness and just patience when he would go in, attempt an assassination. If things weren't going right, he was staying cool. He wasn't just trying to fight for everything he got. He would wait for his opportunity, still get the picks when the rest of the team was getting ready to push up. Everything just kind of warped itself around when Link was getting picks. And I think that time Link got enough picks and the pressure came at the right time for Attack Torb Blue to eventually take the one tick that they needed for Horizon Lunar Colony.
A Genji with patience is certainly a scary thing.
A Genji that can read the flow of a fight and definitely isn't willing to throw away their life for a pick, especially when the fight hasn't actually happened yet.
And
A very
as
dangerous
we get
thing.
set up for the next map, I will move us back over to our intermission screen. See you soon, folks. Hello folks, and welcome back from halftime as we rollerblade our way into Oasis University. Back here with Cool Pup, and thankfully the teams didn't switch sides, so I don't have to mess it up and forget to change the names. How about that?
Is that gonna be the running joke for the broadcast?
Yeah, at some point I will forget to change the names, and chat, I want you to fucking roast me into the ground over it. And speaking of chat, if we can get a shout out to the Gecko. However, I'm saying your name probably wildly incorrectly. Dropping a Twitch sub. We appreciate it, man.
Thank you for the sub. Thank you for the support.
Keeping our scuffed stream afloat. We appreciate it. Did they
Very
have
interesting
emotes?
look from NFG Chaos with the
And a
with
quick
the
pause.
That's the interesting look.
Ooh.
Playing ball on Oasis University. Usually
Spin
you
to win.
see-
I mean,
Then when usually you see a lot of goats. Goats is still pretty good here, and then on ladder you'll see along on almost every other map these days you just see the Hagarisa, the pulled pork.
pulled pork. I've never heard it called that, and I really like it. And I really like pulled pork, so
There's an entire list of good names. Put your favorite name.
let's
Arisa
go.
Hog in the
Drop a
chat.
few more in, Cool Pup.
You got one that I probably shouldn't say on stream.
Then most certainly don't say it on stream, but I feel like I know what you're getting at.
There you go.
You can DM me that one.
I'll DM you that one later.
4, 3,
See McCree Hanzo Ball from the
round
side of NFG Chaos with a Diva. And on the other side, we have Arisa Hog. Also McCree Hanzo. I think I'm putting the superior tank line in the hands of Attack Torb Blue, but we will see as we get started.
For sure, as Link gets a very solid pick onto NFG's Mercy. Quick pull, there's the hook. As Warrior is D-Mech, left as Baby Diva, this is just going to be the Omega Stagger as Coltrane does get slept as Carpe redrops down the Orisa barrier. No worries on their part, just lots of laughing from us.
That was the same with that one. Link with the early pick. Warrior kind of going in to the shredder that is Orisa Hog being halted and hooked.
The pulled pork.
The pulled pork. NFG very wisely, just as soon as it happened, they just got out. They're like, all right, reset. We'll figure this out.
And with that early pick from Link, I'd certainly say they slathered some barbecue sauce on top of that pulled pork.
Yeah. Warrior off the Diva onto the Pharah now. We're going for a
As
very
Miller is
aggressive
going to roll around, get a pick on the Shani on Zen now. However, he will pay for it on the side of Evil. And if they're just getting picks off to the side, they're going to have a hard time coming in and dropping the Hog Hook Bunker on point. Although I feel like Warrior being able to pressure the barrier with Pharah is going to help them, and that may be what helps them to turn the point around, Cool Pup?
Potentially, Warrior can do a very good job of pressuring Shield from poking around corners. You know, Attack Torb Blue has kind of left this high ground open, so like a Shadow Kitten could certainly take a look, or even like Psycho Gamer could take looks from up there and pressure the Shield. Miller's kind of doing a cool job of just going in the back line, and like Warriors and everyone are just picking people off instead of attacking the tanks. But I think eventually you're going to have to look at these tanks, and as soon as they say that, both of them go down.
I mean, an interesting positioning on the side of Attack Torb Blue. Your tanks are completely away from your supports, and if the supports want to come around that corner and do any real healing on them to keep them up, they're opening themselves to any sort of attack from Psychos, arrows, from Shadows, Peacekeeper.
Yeah, the Attack Torb Blue positioning definitely not the greatest, and it kind of showed where like normally when you play a bunker comp, you're not supposed to be able to get into the back line like that and get those picks, but in this case, you know, Miller's just almost free right now.
As the support line on the side of Attack Torb Blue is completely incinerated.
Miller with the big 3K and the rest of NFG Chaos to follow up. Though Attack Torb Blue coming in here with 6 ultimates.
5 on the side, although as we see Miller kind of hiding around the corner here.
I think
What
it's definitely
could
going to
he be
be a... this fight's going to come down to who shoots first, I think. When it comes to these massive amounts of ultimates that are coming out right now.
Here come the mines on the side of Miller. That's what he was waiting for. However, he is going to get antied and dropped very quickly, but not before he drops Brugge, leaving them with Shani as the only support. He's going to come in and transfer the barrage as I get stuck up on a pillar. However, Warrior is still able to get a 2k with that barrage. And it's going to be a fight to NFG as they clean things up. Link is dropped on the side of Hanzo. Although a quick regroup on the side of Attack Torb Blue may help them as they'll be up in the fight.
The trance is a bit of an embarrassing ult in the face of a, not only just a regular barrage with its massive amounts of burst, but a nano barrage at that. It's going to definitely kill through a trance.
H4
opinion,
will
Shani
be the
wants that
ones
one back.
deciding the Charles Entertainment G's chat of the match. Just cool it in the chat there, friend.
Coltrane out, nanos the whole hog out. Carpe again taking that corner. Miller trying to do their best to pressure, but I think this time the tank line will secure the point for Attack Torb Blue. I think maybe we got time for a last second push here from NFG Chaos.
We will see. As Psycho seems to be the only one in a position to touch. As I say that, Shadow Kitten is the one to touch and start the overtime ticker, as Coltrane is outside of the barrier and gets picked. Logi Bear going for the res, however, Brugge says no thank you with the biotic grenade. Psycho is up in Carpe's face with Miller. This could be a bit dangerous, however, the Dragon Strike does come in to protect Carpe for a second, but Psycho is able to get the kill. However, it doesn't matter as Psycho will drop to Link, and no one from NFG will be able to contest the point.
That looked really good at the beginning for NFG Chaos. They got the anti-nade and they kill eventually onto Coltrane's Hog. They had the early pick. The Shadow Kitten last second contest on the Tracer. Not only did they buy the time, they didn't actually die right away. I think things turned around when Logi Bear went for that admittedly aggressive res and ended up getting killed. That's a decent source of sustained heal. Not that like Brugge couldn't heal everyone, but kind of hard to get a bunch of DPS when you're playing an Ana. I think having that Mercy probably would have been the turning point in the fight.
As we see a little more double ball action on point, as Carpe and Miller are the first two to go at it on this round. And it seems for the time being that Miller will have the advantage as Carpe takes a bit more damage, but Miller is going to get hacked. However, it doesn't matter. Shadow Kitten's going to drop Evil. Link will equalize the kill feed. Brugge getting a kill off onto the flanking Sombra, but not before Miller rolls in to kill, but that really lowers Miller's health. And he's going to get dropped very quickly by Attack Torb Blue, as they seem to gain the numbers advantage and will slowly chip away at the rest of NFG to take the point.
We've talked a lot about Link, we've talked a little bit about Carpe, but I think Brugge could get some praise here. They've shown a little bit of a aggressive side on the Ana, definitely not afraid of fighting back when things have come. I've seen Brugge on the left side of the kill feed a bit more often than I think I'd see a lot of Anas at this level.
As we zoom in onto Link with his golden fire gun and a very sexy spark skin, might I add. Evil does get a kill off onto Warrior again, stopping the Sombra in her tracks, and she is still yet to build up EMP. Coltrane having a huge 40% ult charge lead in the EMP game.
Warriors just gotta do a little bit of a better job of just not dying as early as they are. They're not. It's either they're applying pressure and just getting caught out, or they're just caught without their translocator. That can't happen if you're Sombra.
I was gonna say I applaud Warrior for being aggressive in attacking the backline, but it seems like Brugge is able to deal with it, but Warrior is able to get the kill off onto Brugge. However, Warrior is gonna get hacked. Miller hacked as well, and Link will drop him. And EMP is out from Coltrane. Does get 3. However, the follow-up just isn't there for the side of Attack Torb Blue, as NFG Chaos is looking to gain their first percentage on the point here on Oasis.
The EMP from Coltrane a little bit late after Psycho Gamer got a decent 2K, being pretty much left alone there up on the high ground. Eventually you saw Carpe go on the aggress, but I think it was a little bit too late after that. But now Carpe here, bullying the Mercy.
However, Miller is going to drop mines to quickly defend his support. However, it's not going to matter, as Link does get a 2-kill off on Barrage. No. Immediately hacked and killed. Or not killed, forced to force that ult and get away, as a sweet Philly Fusion Bob is dropped on the side of Shadow Kitten. However, not before he falls, as Carpe goes to contest Bob a little bit. Psycho, only one left on point. However, he is rejoined by Warrior and Logie Bear. And we're looking at a bit of a fight on the side of NFG, and it would behoove Attack Torb to regroup a little bit here.
Attack Torb Blue kind of just staggering themselves in at this point. Link had a great 2K, and it forced out a really awkward EMP from Warrior that I bet Warrior wished they rather didn't press Q there. But the Bob buying so much time and the lack of focus fire here from Attack Torb Blue is just kind of let not only NFG Chaos stagger the point out, but almost get themselves back together. As I say that though, Evil Zero, Link, and Coltrane now combine to take a very aggressive lead in this fight.
By their powers combined, they form a team fight win, as Attack Torb Blue cleans up on point. Psycho's hacked. The BM pulse bomb kill from Evil. You hate to see that.
But the sync direct though from Link up top onto the Mercy. That'll be finally the flip for Attack Torb Blue.
However, NFG does get it to 99%, enabling themselves, perhaps if they're able to win this next fight, which could be tough with their current 0 but soon to be 2 ultimates. However, neither of them defensive. Be a bit tough to deal with the inevitable EMP from Coltrane here, and we will hop along to follow his view.
Just 2 pairs of explosives in the forms of the mines, which have just come out now, and Warriors bomb the Link with another barrage.
However, will be dropped by Psycho Gamer. Psycho will then get a second kill into Evil. Shadow Kitten's going to drop Coltrane. Link's going to get rezzed, but not before Miller is able to get in on the backline, get a kill on the Braga. Self-destruct from Warrior to kind of split Attack Torb Blue up a little more. Carpe will use his mines. Spin to win on the side of Miller. Slams down to try and get a Mercy in the air. Not going to work for you, as Evil goes in to put a little more pressure on Tracer.
Fights are all over the place. Psycho Gamer had a very cool 2K to put the fight early in NFG's favor, even after the Link barrage and trade.
Warrior will be demeched on the side of NFG, as Link comes in to perhaps do some cleanup damage, but Psycho says, nah, no thank you, tired of your Pharah business. Puts a Peacekeeper to the face, as NFG is able to turn the point and complete the round, putting us at 1-1 for Oasis.
The deadly ultimates coming out there at the last second for NFG Chaos. We saw the High Noon, which admittedly didn't really get anything, but what did was the Soldier 76 Visor. I think the fight just kind of just sustained itself into chaos just long enough so that ults were coming online, and I honestly think at that point, considering the compositions, it definitely looked like NFG Chaos had the better DPS ultimates to finish off an admittedly staggered around team fight.
It was certainly one of the more scrappy team fights I've casted.
There's a little bit all over. Back to the double tanks for NFG Chaos. Attack Torb Blue on the tried and true triple DPS.
And certainly entertaining to watch, much more difficult to cast, and I can't wait for Overwatch League to run into this next season. And I think it's going to take them a little while to come back to where they need to actually be on their toes, shoutcasting. As we watch Miller and Carpe duke it off on point. Carpe gets slept, low health, certainly not making out alive, as Miller completes the Wrecking Ball superiority kill. Brugga is going to be antied. We'll get an anti off onto Miller himself. Very low, getting held up by Shani now that the anti is worn off. Miller will be dropped by Coltrane. Loggy Bear will be going for the res, gets it off. And gets out of the way of the pulse bomb on the side of Evil. That ult builds so fast, by the way. As Miller putting a bit of pressure. However, it looks like kills are slowly going in favor of Attack Torb. As I say that, Shani's dropped as well. Evil will be able to drop Logi Bear. Not before Warrior drops Evil. However, everyone on the side of NFG, very low health. As 2 more kills out on the side of Attack Torb, we'll be able to demech Warrior. Psycho will contest point for a second. But at this point, you're just staggering yourself. Point's not unlocked. You're not kind of killing any time. Although, as I say that, Warrior, as Baby Diva, is able to get a kill off on the Link. Putting things in favor of NFG Chaos. I'm sorry, that was the craziest fight I've ever seen. Kill advantage in favor of NFG Chaos. However, Coltrane, Brugga, and Shani have come back to point. Carpe is going to get rezzed as we continue the longest first fight in the history of Oasis. Huge 5-man EMP out on the side of Attack Torb Blue. Link is going to come out with Blade to try and profit off of the EMP. He's only going to get 1 kill. As Carpe will drop bombs in, but not before point is finally capped by NFG Chaos.
The point will finally flip. And I want to say it was just having the bigger bodies of the double tanks that kind of eventually let NFG Chaos sustain on the point, but that honestly that fight was so all over the place, and Warrior and Miller were just taken out so early at the beginning of that whole scenario. Everyone at least got like 2 or 3 respawns maybe coming back to that point before anything really happened.
As Warrior gets hacked here, I'm going to give him a shout out for that last fight for winning the 1v1 of Baby Diva versus Genji. That was the craziest shit. As Warrior continues to pop off a bit, gets the kill on Brugga and Carpe. And sitting on a self-destruct here. Where will it end up going? Will we see a Poco caliber self-destruct? I'd like it.
Warrior on the scale of peel to all-out aggro has definitely been on the all-out aggro side of Diva players. This time though, going to great effect, receiving the nano, getting the 2K, and just kind of establishing dominance on point.
The PogCamp strategy of the enemy team can't kill your supports if they're already dead. As you get CC'd to hell here for a second, Nano Blade out on the side of Attack Torb Blue. And Link able to put a pretty good amount of pressure, splitting up the team, getting the kill onto Waka. Warrior is finally going to use that self-destruct to split up Attack Torb a bit, force him off the point for a second to guarantee a bit more percentage as they slowly tick away to almost 90%. Psycho Gamer going to be able to get the kill off on Brugga. Evil getting a solid headshot onto Psycho as a Tracer killing a Pharah. Gets a second kill. Shani going to res Brugga. Carpe is going to drop Miller with the mines as he goes for a spin to win. However, Attack Torb is finally going to turn the point over in their favor and start the percentage ticking.
The percentage starts ticking, and really, the Nano Blade didn't do terribly a lot. I think it got 1, but it was definitely either zoned out and spaced out very well by the rest of NFG Chaos. But finally, some focus fire out from Evilzer and Carpe and Coltrane to finally win a fight.
As we see the fight going on back in a bit of a close quarters area, and it did seem to be going in the favor of NFG. However, a huge EMP then followed up by Link's Blade as he cleans up point, gets a 2 kill. Psycho Gamer will drop Evil, but it's not going to be enough. However, it may force a bit of a stagger for the next fight. As I say that, more kills on the side of NFG, and slowly cleaning Attack Torb Blue off the point, as Brugga is going to get slammed to death by Miller. Point will go over in favor of NFG. Evil was their last point to contest. Will they be able to get anyone back? No.
That'll be the map for NFG Chaos. We're going to be tied 1-1 going into the last map.
Folks, we got ourselves a match.
Wakaro and I with the anti-nades there to help win that last fight.
Oh, and the dramatic prairie dog play of the game. I was hoping to see some spin to win. A little bit there, although solid slam on Braga. Oh, and this will
Very
be
solid play.
in the middle of
nice
the world's
melee.
longest team fight.
The nice melee to get around the deflecting Genji.
Pog.
Man, a lot of those fights just descended into some crazy chaos. A pick there, anti-nade there, helping NFG Chaos. Not only that, but winning that first fight eventually and just getting point and watching Attack Torb Blue kind of continue to stagger themselves bought them so much percentage.
And we will quickly go over to intermission as we move into the final map as we had a draw. This one's for all the marbles, folks. We'll see you on the other side. Hello folks, back again, and we're here to get our kicks on Route 66.
Thanks, Depeche Mode.
Long pause for groans. I have it written down.
Long pause for groans. Wait, are we scripted? You didn't tell me there was a script.
Don't worry, you've been following along your part flawlessly.
Man, I guess you know me that well.
I don't know if that's a good thing or something to be afraid of. I'll let you decide.
We'll figure it out.
Ready for battle.
So, Route 66, a pretty decent multi-DPS map, at least for points 1 and 2. A bit wide open, nice high ground to contest on both sides.
Attackers
So I think Attack Torb Blue and their triple DPS will look pretty solid here, except if NFG can push all the way to point C, I think that's when we'll see the more tank-heavy compositions really shine.
For sure, for sure. And for a second I thought we were going to see some Symmetra Bastion, but alas. Oh man, even switching off the Batiste, I was getting excited. I love me some Batiste.
Batiste is pretty fun to watch. Grown appreciative more every day as we get dive tanks out here from NFG Chaos with Ashe and a Pharah.
Spicy. Could we see a Far Mercy duel between Link and Psycho Gamer? I certainly want to. They're both right around the corner here.
Yep. It'd be up to see if Link can continue to establish that Sky dominance that they have displayed so far all series.
Link, if you win that duel, you better be dropping that spray into the tactical crouch or I'm going to be upset. As NFG does get a bit of a push on the payload. They do get it through the first choke here, around to the side of Big Earls. As Warrior gets antied, Carpe, who gets the D-Mech? Oh, Link gets the D-Mech, a rocket out of nowhere. I dig it. However, they do get a bit more mileage out of the payload. Carpe is going to roll in again, put a bit of pressure on the Logi. He's going to get slept, and then killed and beat down by Carpe. Psycho Gamer will, however, be getting a kill onto Evil and Link as I move over to watch him get the kill onto Shani. And NFG will be getting a bunch of push out of this. Psycho's going to get hacked, but it's not going to matter. He's back with his supports. Just a bit of an ult charge for Coltrane, getting up to about 69-70%.
I was a bit concerned with how Warrior and Miller were playing that. I was on the dive tanks. They seemed more occupied with just hanging out on a point rather than applying any pressure, but you know, Psycho Gamer said, you know what, I got this. Let's just sustain and kill 3.
As Carpe rolls in to contest point at the last second before capping A here. Supported hard by Brugga, off hiding in the mineshaft entrance here. Although Nano is out on the side of NFG, who's going to push back Brugga and get the kill off, and then move back to contest Carpe on point, putting a bubble around him. However, that won't be stopping Shani's heals, as Carpe continues to stand in the way, drain out a bit of time, but Warrior's finally going to get the kill off on him, and NFG Chaos will cap point A on Route 66.
Toward the end there, Miller just pressuring Shani as much as possible and got a Valk for his troubles out. Very good pressure there by Miller, and they're going to be coming in here with 5 ultimates.
As Evil does use the Widow wall hacks. I'm not sure what to look at. Maybe the fact that they're taking a bit of high ground, or...
They seem so far content with just holding up the high side while Link and Shani flank from the right. Oh, the EMP.
And
Oh,
Warrior using the self-destruct to pull Link out of the sky. Evil getting some solid shots onto Widow, but not enough to really confirm any kills, as he runs and hides away from a Mercy pocketed Pharah on the side of Psycho Gamer.
With the plan, the EMP barrage. They've done very well of combining Coltrane's EMPs with a lot of other ultimates, but this time the Diva Bomb was prepared as an answer.
And chat making a good point. Warrior does like the Diva Bomb every time EMP is about to go out. It's a good react to it. Team can't really follow up on the EMP when you have a self-destructing mecha dropping right where you want to be fighting. And Attack Torb will hold back and give point B to Chaos.
The original spacing ultimate continuing to do its job these days.
Defensive bombs being like the near future, or that future when Squidward ends up in that like weird ass throne room or whatever. Let me know, Blue Show.
Early mines from Carpe, not really doing a whole lot. Instead, Warrior and Miller just happy to run into them and provide ult charge for their support line.
As NFG still moving through and slowly doing damage here, as our friend Alex Garten would like to say, play slow, but keep getting those kills. However, Miller then decides to play very quick, which is another thing our friend Alex Garten likes to do, and gets himself antied and killed.
Yep. And now the switch is out from Attack Torb Blue, going to the Ryan and Zarya with the Brig as well. This is kind of what you need to do here at point C. Triple DPS don't have a lot of space to roam around. A very enclosed hallway. Oh, what a fantastic sleep.
As Link is going to kill Psycho Gamer in the middle of Barrage.
Oh no! Coltrane bubbled too early, gets killed by Warrior's bomb.
Oh no. You hate to see that timing. As Warrior does get antied, stunned. However, Evil is going to get slept before he's able to confirm the kill onto Warrior. Warrior's just going to punch him in the face. As Link is going to come back out to try and contest point. Carpe is going to get a shatter off onto Warrior. However, Miller holds his shield up, defending the rest of his team that isn't in the air. Which at that point was no one. And Warrior, however, will drop Carpe. And Miller's swinging away at Coltrane. Brugger come in to contest last second. Will Shiny be able to make it? Does shield bash in real quick. Bob out on the side of Chaos. Bob's going to get a kill off on the Link, trying to contest on the One Punch Man. Carpe is going to charge in. However, he will miss, and point will be capped on the side of NFG Chaos.
Both Annas trading off really cool sleeps on their daughter Farah's. Think there.
No motherly love in this match for sure.
No motherly love at all. Warrior living up to the name though, which is living through everything.
Getting kills afterwards.
Getting 2v1, getting stunned, still getting kills. Just buying the time for the fellow Tank Miller to come back. You know, eats a shatter, still gets up afterwards, gets demacked afterwards, but ate that shatter and almost lived to tell about it.
Warrior certainly making a strong contest for the golden hammer of the match.
Ready for battle.
I think the triple DPS will work a little bit better on the offensive here if you're Attack Torb Blue. So I think that was kind of the issue, is just when NFG were playing DPS as well, Psycho Gamer was just able to go out, kind of attack who they wanted to. Even though I was concerned about how the tanks were playing it, NFG Chaos were just letting the tanks sit on cart. It was very hard to just funnel in enough damage to take care of anyone that was pushing cart. And of course, when you're playing multi-DPS, you don't have a bunch of cart presence for yourself either. Just go in and out-muscle them. So we will see if the triple DPS will work on attack.
As we follow along Psycho Gamer, hopefully trying to get some early ult charge here. As Attack Torb comes out of spawn. Link flying straight up in the air, hoping to put a bit of pressure. However, Psycho's going to go right in for his counter, put as much damage on the Evil as possible, and will be getting the kill. Coming after Link now, who is brought down to half health, even though he's pocketed by the Mercy. Link getting a solid kill on the Psycho, and folks, we will be following this Far Mercy build, because this is the best shit ever.
Roll Pharmacy duels, there's the Mercy involved. You gotta get 2 in a row to get the kill.
As
It's
Evil
so
comes
hard.
back, avenges their own death, however, is dropped in the process by Psycho Gamer again. Psycho Gamer will be getting revived. Link, however, taking the advantage of not another Pharah to get a kill off on the Shadow Kitten. Quick regroup for Attack Torb, quick fall back for Chaos. As Brugga gets the kill on Psycho this time, drops Psycho off the side of this giant cliff into, oh, is this supposed to be the Grand Canyon? Is the Grand Canyon on Route 66? Is anyone
It's a
more
gigantic
traveled
pit
than
of death.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Scenario.
The American gigantic pit of death. I
The
don't know,
fight
is America even
continues on.
around anymore?
Miller pushing into 2 supports, 2 DPS, and I don't think you live to tell about it if you're a Winston in that situation.
Yeah, for sure. It's
Warrior will
unlucky
get
as Link gets a 3rd kill in that team fight, and the cart continues on.
a little bit staggered out. Psycho and Warrior doing pretty good job of applying pressure at the beginning and buying a decent amount of time here for NFG Chaos. They are regrouped, pushing out.
Blue Shoe confirms
beat?
that Grand Canyon is north of Route 66. So that's not the Grand Canyon. As we see an ult out on the side of Link, Warrior does go for a bit of nullification on the ult, but not before Link gets 2 kills. Warrior invests the self-destruct to perhaps try and secure a bit of a kill on the Link. It is, however, unsuccessful. As fight continues out on the payload, Miller is going to invest Primal Rage. And that is going to be able to get a few kills, allows Psycho to get a kill onto Link and push Attack Torb. At this point, almost back to spawn, as Miller gets out with just a sliver of health.
Man, that was almost sick from Link. The Nano Barrage killing 2, getting dropped down Warrior, trying to counter with, again, the bomb. But a very sick concussion blast to get around a pillar and an LOS from the Diva Bomb.
Ooh. And Warrior flies in to try and use Defense Matrix to stop Shadow Kitten from being killed. However, it's not enough, and Brug is able to secure it. That new Diva Defense Matrix is not quite like it used to be.
Definitely not my favorite change, that's for sure. But I'm also a borderline Diva 1 trick, so what does my opinion matter?
As Link finishes the kill on the Warrior, and in the last minute on point A, it looks like Attack Torb Blue will be securing the capture.
Bit slow on that EMP follow-up, but it eventually happened. Getting rid of Miller, hugely important in that situation. Allowed them to just sustain out the rest of the fight, get the picks up and down they needed to eventually push the point to the end of A.
I do appreciate Carpe being aggressive, rolling forward after capping the point, stopping NFG from really having a early hold on point B here of Route 66. And at the same time, not taking too much ult charge as he gets a kill here on the Logi Bear, who is hacked. And Attack Torb Blue quickly cleaning up NFG for this fight.
Warrior
However,
trying to Diva Bomb out the pharmacy. And honestly, it was an interesting idea, but Link and Shawnee both not only able to get out, but Link ended up on the high ground to just clean up whoever was up there. And you know, you talked about Carpe pushing up, and that's so hugely important, not only just to apply pressure, but it's also information, right? You can see a lot of them are set up, especially Shadowkin, who's a very much more stationary DPS. So knowing where that Ashe is at that time can allow you to formulate how you want to attack that area.
For sure. As Shadow is going to throw Bob into the fight, however, Link will be dropping that barrage in, getting 2 kills, a D-Mech, scratch that 3 kills, as Warrior is going to invest Primal Rage. However, is antied, hacked for a second, swinging away, and will be killed on point. Might be an angry monkey, but in this case, not too effective.
Link again showing the prowess on the Pharah. And we saw Psycho Gamer just, you know, do a really good job both on the attack and on the first point defense at the beginning to just keep up with Link. But now the Psycho Gamer has fallen off a bit. Link has started to show the dominance. Started to show that they can pump out a bit more damage in these situations. And so far, I think that's been a big part of what's been deciding this match.
As Carpe rolls in to contest Shadow Kitten's Widow a little bit, allowing a bit of space for Evil to perhaps do some damage themselves. However, not the case, as Miller's going to jump in, get the kill on Evil. Psycho will follow up with a double, as NFG gets a very important early hold on point C here on Route 66. And at this point, we may tick down to the time equalizing.
60 from Brugga aside, I think Psycho Gamer heard me a little bit and decided, no, I can also pump out damage. You're a liar.
Shut your mouth.
Shut your mouth. I'm gonna kill too.
As casters, we enjoy it when people pop off and tell us to shut up because it is entertaining as fuck.
And now again, this is the point C curse. Do you stay on the triple DPS if you're attacked toward blue? Even on the attack, it's not very good. And you're facing kind of a more standard 2-2-2, so a bit heftier bodies in this much narrower space. Even Coltrane on the Sombra can't exactly find the areas in which to go safely. Gets found out.
As Visor is invested on the side of Evil, and it will pay off as he gets a pick on the Psycho Gamer. Link will be getting a pick on the Laggy Bear as Carpe slams in to try and provide a little bit of discord onto the side of NFG. However, Miller in the back line using Primal Rage causes him to fall back. However, big EMP out on the side of Coltrane coming up with Barrage is going to be a double kill. Psycho will be able to kill Link in the process, but not before the rest of his team is killed, leaving Miller to contest the point nanoed. This will be building up his ultimate quite quickly, and we most likely will see it for the next fight, as it seems like they're going to be able to hold the point where it stands.
If they could sustain Miller up here, so Miller might actually end up getting their Primal Rage. He can continue to just drag out this fight as long as possible.
As Psycho is destroyed by both supports while ulting.
And that's what I was talking about. Picks, ultimates were invested in that fight. And again, just having tanks, having multiple tanks rather, just demanding attention, plus the pressure from the rest of the DPS, even if they weren't outputting as much damage as those on the side of Attack Toward Blue were. No, Miller could just sit there on point and just be annoying. And I mean, now he got taken care of, but earlier he just wasn't being taken care of.
I mean, he's taken care of, but Attack Toward Blue used all of their cooldowns to drop him. He was CC'd. He's going to get rezzed anyway. If anything, it's moving the fight into the hands of NFG, as Attack Toward Blue isn't going to be able to touch the point. NFG will take the map and the match.
Definitely. I think you saw the weakness of the triple DPS going into that point around that corner, not being able to take care of Miller in a timely manner. The attack rolled along really well, and Link playing their heart out. But buying enough time, just living and eating cooldowns as a tank line should.
And I think Attack Torb will definitely learn quite a bit from. Honestly, this match was very close, very back and forth. Played quite well by both teams. Maybe triple DPS definitely their strong suit, but in some cases 3-3 may be where they want to invest some time to push in through those last second close counters points.
Yeah, not to say that triple DPS is honestly a great composition. It's just it's very map dependent, very even point dependent. Sometimes you just gotta suck it up. You just gotta play tanks. You don't even have to play 3-3 as much as maybe you just need a beefy tank line.
Certainly food for thought for Attack Toward Blue as I move us over into intermission, and we may be back at the desk. We may just ride intermission out until the next match. Regardless, stay tuned, folks, because we got another good one coming up, and we'll catch you on the other side. Hey folks, welcome to the Attack Torb Tournament Series Summer Camp Slam, Talking Torb's Desk. We are joined here by Psycho Gamer from NFG Chaos, and looking to just get his take on how the whole match went down. We certainly saw him pop off at the end of the last map on Route 66, and just want to get an idea of like where his team's head was. I know they were saying they were looking to try and kill them before they got killed. So take it away real quick, Psycho. Just let us know like what you were playing through strategy-wise for maybe the last fight there on Route 66.
Yeah, it was my team was doing pretty good. I kind of just drank some Red Bull and clicked some heads. I didn't have a plan. I honestly just press shift and just shoot everyone. I didn't know what was going on.
There you go.
I'm just in gold, dude. I don't know what I'm doing.
Quick head, huh? Hey, you definitely warmed up as the game went on. You had to pretty much face against Link, who looked dominant all map, but you eventually got into your own. You looked so much better toward the end. Was there anything that just kind of changed as the games went on, or are you just like, no, I'm finally in it? We're finally getting there.
We swapped off goats to DPS,
There you go.
and I'm a DPS player, so it's pretty fun.
Yeah.
Just allowing you
Yeah,
to
it's
run
fine.
ahead.
Yeah. Attack Torb definitely showing. It was kind of like Zoolander. They showed many looks, but in the end, it was all just one look of triple DPS. So.
The blue steel of Farah's cold hard rocket barrages.
Yeah. But thank you for coming on. Thank you for our quick questions here.
Yeah, no problem.
And good luck with the rest of the tournament.
Thank you, guys.
And I'll drag you back over to your chat. Cool, the drag and drop works. Well, thanks for joining us for a quick Talking Torbs, folks. We will have another match up soon between Nano Bobs and Slipstream, slated to start in 9 minutes. We'll see if we can get that off on time. So until then, I'll drop you guys back off into the intermission.